Okay, so at number 40, it's Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. Yes, now I still hold this to this day to be the greatest 3D Sonic game of all time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really liked Sonic Adventure 2, it was a close second, but nah, this will always be my favourite, this will always be a classic in my eyes. I mean, this was actually Sonic's first true 3D game, and yeah, pretty damn good one at that. And it was actually a launch title as well for the Dreamcast, which is pretty damn cool, top quality launch game to have there. But yeah, this is just, I love everything about this game. The music, I love the open world theme to it, the boss fights were great, the voice acting was a little bit, yeah, but you know, we can overlook that, right? But yeah, just a brilliant Sonic game, and will Sonic Team ever be able to top this one? I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so number 39 is American McGee's Alice for the PC. Now yeah, this may seem a bit of an odd choice. I mean, it's like, what the hell, Alice in Wonderland? Yeah, but it's not quite the Alice in Wonderland we're all sort of familiar with. In fact, it's the complete opposite of that Alice in Wonderland. It's a very dark and twisted and disturbed and very grim and creepy version of Wonderland, and that's kind of really why I love it. This game is just really bizarre and creepy, and I actually think it's one of the creepiest games I've ever played. I mean, that might sound a bit odd, but I truly stand by that. It's just messed up, and you gotta think American McGee in his own mind's a little bit messed up as well, but it's just such a good game. The crazy, bizarre, twisted level design, and the wacky, crazy characters. I mean, the Cheshire Cat's performance is just brilliant in this game. It really is, and the boss fights are like, what the hell? It really is kind of disturbing in a weird way. It's brilliant at the same time. I love it, and the music as well. The music, it's so damn creepy, yet there's this real beauty to it at the same time. And yeah, I've never really played a game quite like this before in my life. It's just something a little bit different. And yeah, forget what you know about Alice in Wonderland. This is, yeah, you really got to check this game out if you haven't already, because this is just, like I said, it's just different. It really is, and I friggin' love it. In at number 38, it's Streets of Rage for the Sega Mega Drive. Now I have some serious memories of this game. I used to play this game all the time as a kid, particularly with my brother or a friend, since you could two-player it, and it was awesome. I mean, at its core, this game is just a simple side-scrolling beat 'em up. I mean, there were so many back then, but yeah, this one kind of always stood out to me. It was just awesome. I love the badass music and level designs and all the different enemy types to fight, and you know, picking up all the different weapons and really cool boss fights. It was just absolutely brilliant. I love this game. And for some reason, I think it's better than the second and third. I'm not sure why. I just do. God, I can't believe this game came out all the way back in 1991. I mean, God, I am getting old. Alright, so for number 37, it's Assassin's Creed 2. Now again, I really don't need to say much about this game. I think, you know, we all really know about Assassin's Creed now. It's a pretty well-known franchise. But yeah, I think 2's the best version. I mean, number 1, I was looking forward to that game for so long, and when it finally came out, it just disappointed the hell out of me. In fact, it's one of the most disappointing games I have ever played. Assassin's Creed 2 is what the first game should have been. It's what I was hoping the first game was going to be. Yeah, 2 was just so much better. It was just absolutely brilliant. Amazing parkour stuff, brilliant combat, really interesting story. Just, yeah, an all-round amazing game. But sadly, Assassin's Creed has become an annual title now, so I do think we're going to see a rapid decline in the quality of the series. But who knows, maybe I'll be wrong. I hope I am, but yeah, but Assassin's Creed 2 was just absolutely amazing.
Started this conspiracy, but I know who will end it.
Okay, so number 36, it's Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo, and again, it's a game I really don't need to talk that much about. I mean, everyone must have played at least one of the versions of this game by now. I mean, there were so many of them, it was ridiculous. I mean, I forget the exact version I used to play as a kid. I think it was one of the later versions. It wasn't the original, I know that. I think it might have been the Turbo Edition, I'm not too sure. There were so many of them, it's ridiculous, but yeah, I mean, I've never really been a huge fighting game fan, but I always loved Street Fighter 2, and it was the first Street Fighter I ever played, and the only one that I, you know, thoroughly enjoyed. It used to play all the time with my brother. I mean, I've always sucked at fighting games, but you know, it didn't stop me from enjoying this. I mean, I could never really get far. I think it was Vega that used to always kill me every time, but yeah, I love this game. It had such crazy, wacky characters and awesome music. I loved all the bonus stages, like smashing up the car, and yeah, I don't know why, but I just absolutely love this game, even though, you know, like I said, I was never really into the fighting games. I'm really not into them all nowadays. But yeah, many fond memories of this game. It'll probably always be my favourite fighting game of all time. Okay, so for number 35, it's Hitman Blood Money. Now, I have always loved the Hitman series, but this game made me love it just that little bit extra. This is the ultimate Hitman game in my eyes. I absolutely adore this game. I just thought it was just absolutely brilliant. It was just so much more satisfying pulling off your assassinations in this mission, and the level designs themselves, I thought they were awesome, you know, from being in Mardi Gras, to the vineyard, just to being in the suburbs, to the Dance of the Devil mission, which was the two parties, which is like the lower floor was the Hell party and the upper floor was the Heaven party. It was so well thought out and so much more clever than the previous ones, you know, such as things like the opera assassination was awesome, and particularly the final mission as well, that was awesome as well. I won't spoil it for those who haven't played it, but yeah, it was by far the most satisfying Hitman I've ever played, and yeah, I absolutely adore this game, and it was just absolutely brilliant. Brutalising its way to number 34, it's Manhunt. Oh yes, video game violence at its finest. I love this game so much. I remember when I first saw this game, I mean, a friend of mine was talking about it for ages, and then I went round to his and he showed me this game, and I was like, my jaw hit the floor. I'd never seen anything like it. It was crazy how he just killed someone with a plastic bag, and then he was cracking heads open with baseball bats. I'd never seen anything like it, and I had to go get it. I got it and I loved it, and I still regularly put this game on today, because I mean, if you're feeling super pissed off and all mad and everything in the world, stick this game on, crack open some skulls, hack off some heads, you're gonna feel better. This game is just so awesome, and really that's all the game is. It's just about brutalising and savaging people in, you know, with all sorts of different weapons. It's just crazy, from, like I said, carrier bags to baseball bats to friggin' chainsaw, you know, to glass shards. It's insane, and it's twisted and messed up, and how I long for a Manhunt 3, but I don't think we'll ever see one. But hey, you know, at least we still got two of them. But this one is just amazing. Coming in at 33, it's WWF No Mercy for Nintendo 64, the best wrestling game of all time. This game was so much fun back then. I mean, oh god, they just don't make wrestling games like this anymore. It was just so awesome. I mean, I loved its slower paced style to all the other the arcadey style alternative wrestling games that were out there, which was, you know, the really fast paced, over the top. This was a lot slower, and for that I really liked it. And 4-player Battle Royale was just what I used to play on this all the time with friends. It was awesome. They would go on forever. It was insane, but I just loved this game to death. Like I said, I think it's the greatest wrestling game ever made. This was just awesome, and it was such easy controls as well. It was so easy just to pick up and play, and you could even like create your own belt, create your own pay-per-view. You could do all sorts. You could even customize all the wrestlers. You could change their actual attire, which, you know, something you can't do in modern day wrestling games. But yeah, I don't think we'll ever see a wrestling game better than this. I really don't. For number 32, it's Golden Axe, my favourite side-scrolling beat-em-up of all time. Yeah, this game was actually released the same year I was born, which is 1989. I do believe this was the first side-scrolling beat-em-up I ever played. I don't know, maybe that's one of my favourite, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, the music in this game is just absolutely awesome and instantly recognisable, and I love its dark theme it had to it. It's kind of depressing to look at sometimes, and I love the way some of the enemies screamed as you killed them. It was actually quite haunted to hear as a kid. But yeah, it was awesome. I loved the intimidating boss fights as well, and it was a really hard game as well. Pretty damn challenging game. I used to struggle a lot as a kid, and even more so now. I really suck at this game. Maybe it's just me, but I think this game is really hard. But yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I've not really much more to say about this, and I know it's sort of a side-scrolling beat 'em up, but I love it. I really do. And at number 31, it's Silent Hill 3. I'm a huge fan of the Silent Hill series, but I think it peaked at number 3. I do still enjoy the games now to this day, but I think 3 is the ultimate Silent Hill game. I do think it was the scariest, the most disturbing and twisted, and it's definitely the one that, terrified me the most, definitely. And it was awesome, from everything to the music, to its puzzles, to its characters, to its story. I just thought it was the best overall Silent Hill experience. I just loved this horrible feeling I got when I played the game of just, fear and dread and everything like that. And yeah, just truly, a survival horror masterpiece in my mind.